Tabula rasa. Are we really born as blank slates? What if I told you that when you were born, your mind was completely empty? There was no personality, no intelligence, no morals, no talent, just a blank slate. That single idea changed psychology, education, and politics, and even how we raise children. Today, we are talking about tabula rasa and the man who made it famous, John Locke. This is The Nerd, and today we are exploring one of the most powerful and controversial ideas ever proposed by the human mind. What is tabula rasa? Tabula rasa is Latin for blank slate. John Locke argued that we are not born with ideas. Everything that we know, language, values, beliefs, intelligence, comes from experience. According to him, the mind at birth is an empty notebook. Life writes on it using sensations and reflection. Sensation is what we see, hear, and touch through the senses, and reflection is thinking about those experiences. There is no built in knowledge and no pre installed software, just raw potential. Let us take some real life examples. Think of a newborn baby. They don't know language, they don't know mathematics, they don't know right or wrong. They learn language from their parents, behavior from society, and values from culture. John Locke said that if you change the environment, you change the person. This idea was revolutionary. Why was tabula rasa such a powerful and influential idea? Tabula rasa had huge consequences for the fields of education, politics, and justice. If minds are blank, anyone can be educated, anyone can improve, and teaching matters more than birth. This influenced modern schooling. If people are not born inferior, then kings are not chosen by God. Equality makes sense, and democracy becomes possible. John Locke directly influenced modern liberal democracy. If behavior comes from environment, then crime is not just evil. Social conditions matter too, and reform is possible. This shaped modern ideas of rehabilitation. But is the mind really blank? Here is where the problem begins. Modern science says no, the mind is not blank. There is a one important factor called genetics. We now know that temperament appears at birth. Some babies are calm and others are irritable. Intelligence has a genetic component. You don't start from zero. There is brain structure which needs to be considered. Babies are born with language learning circuitry, face recognition, fear responses from lakhs of years of evolution, and pattern detection. The slate is not blank, it is pre lined. Tabula rasa represents nurture in the famous nature versus nurture problem. But modern psychology says that we are a product of nature plus nurture. Genes load the gun, environment pulls the trigger. John Locke underestimated biology. Tabula rasa also has a dark side. If people are blank slates, then society can write anything. Indoctrination with poisonous ideologies becomes possible. Totalitarian regimes can justify reprogramming people. History shows us that humans are not infinitely malleable. Ignoring biology leads to bad science and bad politics. So, was John Locke wrong? Well, he was not wrong. He was right in some areas. He was right that experience matters enormously. Education can truly transform lives, and environment shapes behavior and personality. But he was wrong to think that the mind starts empty, and he was wrong to think that biology plays no role. Genetics has a very important role, which he ignored, and that was a mistake. His idea was incomplete but essential. Why tabula rasa still matters today is very interesting. Today, tabula rasa lives on in education policy, parenting debates, criminal justice, social equality discussions, artificial intelligence, and machine learning metaphors. Whenever someone says people are shaped by society, we are hearing an echo of John Locke. You are not a blank slate, but you are not a fixed destiny either. You are a dialogue between biology and experience, between genetics and environment. And that balance between what you are born with and what life teaches you is what makes you human. If you enjoyed this deep dive into ideas that shape the modern world, subscribe to The Nerd because sometimes the most powerful revolutions begin inside the human mind. Thank you so much for listening.